Welcome back to The Way We Farm. On today's edition of Tom's Toys, we've got a D6 dozer made in the 1980s. So this old dozer, a friend of ours had it, and he had an excavating business and used it for years and years. I got to drive it back in 1990 when I was only 20 years old. Fell in love with this old D6. So I don't even remember. We'll say like 2015, the guy was going to sell it. So we asked him what he wanted for it. He told us. We made a deal. We went and got it with our low boy. It must have been 16. So this old dozer's seen some use. She is got a lot of hours on her, but got a lot of life left in her. So when we put in drainage tile here, we used it to backfill some of the ditches. We've taken out hedgerows. We borrowed this dozer from the fellow when we built our shop years ago. Summer of 2007 or 8, I wanted to clear off. This was an old orchard out here. Out behind our house, it was just old sumac and dead apple trees. There was really only a couple living trees out here, so we wanted to clear this area. So a guy made us a deal, said, you take a dozer, you keep fueling it, and you can clear this. So imagine 2007, there was no shop, there was no gravel, there was nothing. This was just trees where all this junk is parked. So I pushed it all up in a couple piles, burned it up, bush hogged it down. In the fall of 2010, we started hauling in gravel that was going to be the pad for our shop. And then in the spring of 2011, we had Morton put up the shell, and then we eventually heated it and put cement in it. So back to the dozer. So that guy let us use the old dozer. This dozer's seen some use. The blades were kind of thin, but it works good for us. We had it over our gravel pit last spring and did a bunch of pushing. That cylinder there needs a little rebuild. The big cylinders don't leak. The old cat motor usually starts and runs good. We haven't had it running in a few months. I might try to start it up here in a minute, but she's all these pins here are getting kind of wore and different things. A couple years ago we did some work. We put a new spring in here. The spring on this side had broke, so we put a new spring in here, put a couple new covers on to dress her up a little bit. And the cat loves the cat, don't you, kitty? Gracie, is that a cool cat? So yeah, cool old dozer. Nothing's more fun than running a bulldozer. If you are having a bad day and you want to take some aggressions out, you get on a bulldozer, knock some crap around, you feel much better. So I love running a dozer. When I was a little kid, we used to call them Bulldozers. So here's my D6 Bulldozer, and let's see if the old girl will start. Let's give it a try. So when you go to start this old girl, it's got a heat position. You heat it over here for a minute. It heats up, I don't know if it's got glow plugs or a glow box or what it's got, to be honest. So the old girl's well worn. Yeah, I know the sprockets are about shot, but for what we do, it's just fine. So she fired right up, sounded good. I let her run, warm up 10 minutes, and charge the batteries. So we don't know if we got much use for it this spring. Next summer, we got a hedgerow we want to take out. Actually, this group of trees here's got to come out someday. Most of them are dead. So whenever we get to use the dozer, it's always fun, and I love running bulldozer. Someday we're going to buy an excavator so we can do more of our own work. But for now, we got the dozer. If you got an old dozer, let me know what you got, what you run, and if you got any experience with D6s. So thanks for watching and following, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Tom's Toys.